So today I want to talk about the price of Bitcoin and where I think the price is going to be towards the end of this month, July the 31st. Do I think the price of Bitcoin is going to drop towards 57,000 or head up towards 72,000, 80,000 towards the end of this month? Of course, when we're talking about crypto narratives, geopolitics, current events, crypto communities, or even liquidity, longing and shorting, these always tend to tell a different story as if we're looking at the technicals on the chart, which we're actually going to do today. And we're going to look at all possible scenarios. I'm going to tell you guys what I think where Bitcoin is going to be towards the end of this month, July the 31st. Okay, so first thing off, I think we're going to see both numbers here in July. Actually, in the final week here in July, towards July 31st, I think Bitcoin is going to drop in the next few days towards 57,000. And then it's going to quickly shoot back up towards 72,000. Now, here's the reason why I think this. Okay, so if we look at the 1 month chart for Bitcoin, we opened up the month at 57.2. If we look at the 1 month chart, we've actually been trading in an ascending wedge all month up until a few days ago, where we actually broke down out of the ascending wedge and we fell towards 64 where we are right now. And it's looking like price action is slowing down and we may go a lot lower. Earlier this month, we did come back down and we did retest some of the support lines that we saw around 62.5, and then we rallied back up and we saw the high for this month, which was at 66.8. Now, here's the reason why I think we're going to be dropped back down. And you guys are maybe saying to yourself, I don't think we're going to go as low as 57,000, but I think there is a good chance that we retest the monthly open, which is 57.2, in the next few days, and then we bounce back really fast up to 72,000. So I think we're going to see both numbers. The reason why I think that is because of what's going on in the world, geopolitics, current events. Of course, war still ongoing. The price of oil is above 90 right now, and on top of that, the biggest reason why I think is the Clarity Act, because we know that this has been a big bullish scenario for crypto over the past, for how long everyone's praying, hoping for the Clarity Act to pass. It seems like a lot of people are saying now that the Clarity Act is not going to pass, and if in fact it actually does pass, it may not be so bullish for crypto if in fact it does pass, because of new legislation or new script that they've written for the Clarity Act, saying that no elected officials are allowed to hold cryptocurrencies, including their family members. Well, that could spell a massive sell-off for Bitcoin. So a lot of people are saying now that it's not going to pass. And if in fact it does pass, it's not going to be the greatest scenario. So a lot of people are just saying it's not going to pass now, right? So I think that's brought Bitcoin sentiment very low, and a lot of people are bearish on Bitcoin right now. In the short term, of course, when we're talking long term, of course, we're trading in a bear market right now, guys. And so, add plus the 4-year cycle, and a lot of people are expecting Bitcoin to find a bottom. No one believes that the 57.2 that we've already seen is the bottom. I'm not sure if that's the bottom as well either. That's not to say that we are not going to be going back up, because I think one of the biggest reasons why we do go down, besides crypto sentiment and geopolitics and all that stuff, one of the biggest reasons why we may fall down and retest the monthly open at 57.2 is that market makers are going to want to go back down and grab some liquidity before heading back up, because the top for July, we touched 66.8, and we quickly got rejected. We fell right back down. We tried one more time, and we actually formed a double top before coming down and breaking out of the ascending wedge that we've been trading this month. So we actually did form a double top already. So I don't think that we go back up towards 66.8 and retest the resistance at 67.1 until we go back down and we grab some liquidity. Now you may be saying to yourself, I don't think we're gonna go low as 57 and retest the monthly open, but I think anything's possible. I think we can drop as low as 57 too. And if in fact we do drop as low as 57 too, we're gonna bounce back up and we're gonna go up towards 72,000, because I do believe that the end of July, we're gonna finish this month off in the green, and this is gonna be a very bullish month. Of course, we are trading right now in a bear market, and I don't believe the bottom's in. I believe towards August, I think there might be some more headlines about Clarity Act towards the first week of August. So I'm thinking that in August, we may see, if we end July around 72,000, in the first week of July, August, we may go up to 80,000. But if we go up to 80,000, that's gonna be the top, and we're gonna slowly bleed out into August and September. To the end of Q3, I think the rest of Q3 is gonna be bearish after mid-August. I think the rest of Q3 is gonna be bearish, but leading into Q4, November and December, I think we're gonna finally see the bottom that everyone's been calling for the past few months, whether that is at this month's open, which is at 57.2, or if it's lower, 55 or 52, we're gonna see a bottom, and everyone is gonna be on the same page about the bottom, and that's gonna be your opportunity to long Bitcoin. Now, again, going back for this month, July, I think we're gonna end the month at 72, but not before we drop down to 57. So does that mean you should long or you should short from where we are right now? If you already have a long or a short position and your short position is above the resistance at 65.7 or 67.1, then you're safe. But if you're thinking that you want to put a short in right now, because I'm telling you we're going to go back down to 57 before going up to 72, you might be better off waiting for us to drop and see where the price is after the weekend, and maybe just put in a long from that position. But if you do want to put in a short and swing short from where we are now, make sure that your leverage is above the resistance. Because if you're using high leverage, shorting at where we are, the levels where we are right now, 63, 64, there's a good chance that liquidity is going to try to hunt you and you're going to get liquidated here. Unless your leverage isn't so high and your liquidation price is above the resistance, then you are safe. But just something to be careful of, I think. And again, so for the month of July, I think we're going to see both numbers. I think in the next few days we're going to flash crash down to 57, and then we're going to shoot up to 72, and it's just going to be extremely volatile for the last month of July, which we all love because we all love the volatility of the charts, right? This is where all the money is going to be made here, with all this volatility, right? So that's my thesis on Bitcoin for the month of July, guys. Of course, overall, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I think we're gonna see a new all-time high. I think we could see a rally towards 100K by the end of the year, and leading into 2027, 2028. Of course, we're trading in the 4-year cycle, right? So 2026, 2027 should technically be bearish, right? But I think we're going to see the bottom here towards the end of Q3, and we're going to start rallying up towards Q4. 2027 is just going to be choppy, and by 2028, we could see a high valuation for Bitcoin. I don't want to say 500,000, I don't know, right? That's too long to look forward to. I'm looking at what Bitcoin is going to do towards the end of July. And for the end of July, I think we're going to see some extreme volatility. I think we're going to flash crash in the next few days down to 57, and then we're going to go up to 72,000. But anyways, that's my thoughts on Bitcoin. If you guys like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, stay tuned, turn on post notifications, and yeah, catch you in the next video.